Hey guys, a warm welcome back to the channel. Today I'm sharing my honest experience with this 6x7.5 ft walk-in greenhouse for outdoors with polycarbonate panels and built-in thermometer, and I've been using it for a while now to grow vegetables and a few plants that honestly would have died without it. So if you're thinking about getting a compact greenhouse for your backyard, this might help you decide. First thing, let's talk about what you actually get. This is a walk-in greenhouse, which means you're not just placing a few pots inside, you can literally step in, move around, and work comfortably. The size is 6 by 7.5 feet, which is honestly a sweet spot. It's not huge like those expensive commercial ones, but it's big enough to fit multiple plants, shelves, and even some basic gardening tools. Perfect if you have a small backyard or limited space but still want something functional. The structure itself is built with an aluminum frame and polycarbonate panels. Now that might sound boring, but it actually matters a lot. The aluminum frame keeps it lightweight but still strong, and the polycarbonate panels are way better than those cheap plastic covers. They're thicker, more durable, and they actually help retain heat inside the greenhouse. That's important because the whole point of this thing is to create a controlled environment where your plants can survive and grow better, especially during colder weather. One thing I noticed almost immediately is how well it handles temperature. The panels trap heat pretty effectively, so even when it's cold outside, the inside stays noticeably warmer. It's not magic, you're not growing tropical plants in freezing weather, but for basic vegetables, herbs, and seasonal plants, it does the job really well. The built-in thermometer is actually a nice touch because you don't have to guess what's happening inside. You can monitor the temperature and adjust ventilation if needed. Speaking of ventilation, this greenhouse usually comes with a window or adjustable vent, which is honestly necessary. Without proper airflow, things can get too humid or too hot inside. Once I started using the vent properly, my plants looked healthier and I had fewer issues with mold or overmoist conditions. So yeah, ventilation matters more than you think. Now let's talk about durability because that's where most people worry. This thing is designed to handle wind, rain, and even some snow. The frame feels solid once it's fully assembled, and the panels are strong enough to handle normal outdoor conditions. But let's be real, it's not indestructible. If you live in an area with extreme storms or very strong winds, you'll probably want to anchor it properly or reinforce it a bit. Once secured well, it holds up surprisingly nicely. Assembly though, yeah, this is where things get a little interesting. It's not impossible, but it's also not something you casually finish in 30 minutes. It takes time, patience, and a bit of attention to detail. Aligning the panels and frame properly is important, otherwise things won't fit as smoothly. Once it's done though, it feels worth the effort. In terms of actual usage, I've been able to grow vegetables like tomatoes, leafy greens, and even experiment with a few more sensitive plants. The environment inside feels more controlled compared to open gardening, and I've noticed better growth consistency. It also protects plants from heavy rain, pests, and sudden weather changes, which is honestly one of the biggest advantages. There are a few small downsides. The panels, while durable, are still lightweight, so if they're not installed properly or if the structure isn't secured, strong wind can be an issue. Also, during really hot days, it can heat up fast inside, so you have to manage ventilation or your plants might suffer. It's not a set it and forget it kind of thing, you still need to pay attention. Overall, I'd say this greenhouse is a really solid option if you're getting into gardening or want to upgrade from basic setups. It's affordable compared to large greenhouses, it looks clean, it's functional, and it actually helps improve plant growth when used properly. Not perfect, but definitely worth it for the price and features you're getting. If you want to check the current price, click the link below for the best price. For anyone serious about growing plants at home without relying completely on unpredictable weather, this greenhouse makes the whole process a lot easier and more enjoyable.